Hello and welcome. My name's John Joseph Campbell. I'd like to talk to you about one of the most powerful, up-to-date therapies that you could ever experience or learn. Rosalind therapy. Now, Rosalind therapy is an energetic therapy. And the energy of Rosalind comes from direct, and you may have seen the movie, or you may not have, or you may have read the book, or you may not have. Okay, that's relevant. But it comes from Rosalind Chapel, which was made famous by the Da Vinci Code. Now, before the Da Vinci Code was even thought of as a book, basically I was already working with the symbols of Rosalind Chapel and developing them into the most powerful healing technique, which is specific for migraines, headaches, neck problems, shoulder problems, wrist problems, literally just about every part of the physical human body. Now, the actual healing technique is a very simple technique to learn. It is not complicated. And currently right now, I have all of this online. So you can learn this anywhere in the world, from the comfort of your own home. Now, going back through my life, if you wish, and I'm not going to get too far into my story, but on the 18th of the 8th, 88, I used to ride motorcycles. And I had a very, very nasty motorcycle accident, which actually got me into therapies. And it was a crushing injury, which actually crushed my leg and my foot. And I was told I would never walk again without the aid of a walking stick. And at the age of 26, I literally thought it's as if my life was over. I used to be an electrician, and literally it's as if the whole of my life just fell in on me. And did I get depressed? Boy, I got depressed. However, I read everything I could find. And as I read everything I could find, I also, during the healing process, went to literally all alternative therapies. Now, I had a number of operations on my leg and on my foot, and each time I had an operation, I had to go through the healing process all over again, which took quite some time. But the most powerfulest one which I actually came across was Reiki. And Reiki seemed to actually have a very, very powerful healing result, which not only reduced the pain, seemed to reduce the swelling. But at that time, nobody knew how Reiki actually worked. I do. Now, currently, I'm actually giving you this Reiki book. The whole Reiki course covering Reiki level 1, 2 and 3. I'm giving it away. I'm giving it to you because I want you to start learning how to heal. And the very, very basic healing technique is Reiki. It's very simple. But this book is called Attune Yourself to Reiki. So in other words, as I wrote this in 2000, and it was published by Findhorn Press in 2004. And currently right now, I have the copyright. So I'm giving you this Reiki book for free. This course, and you can practice Reiki on your friends, on your family, even on your home plants. And it's the full attunement process. How to do it yourself without the need of Reiki courses or a Reiki instructor. And I'm giving you this. Not because I don't value it, because it is very basic and simple. Now, going back over what Rosslyn therapy is, going back in the year 1999, I went to Rosslyn Chapel and I picked up this actual handbook, which has the symbols of Rosslyn Chapel, Dunkeld, Melrose, Glasgow. And with these symbols here, I actually developed Rosslyn therapy. At the time, I thought, oh wow, symbols would never work. But being a Reiki master myself and an author and also an authority of Reiki, I understood the exact opposite. Symbols do have power and they do work very effectively. So even the common heart symbol, let's say the very common heart symbol that we all have when we love somebody. So in other words, this symbol that flows like that. And with Reiki, with Shikem, you've got what is basically a very powerful symbol. And that symbol alone opens the heart and has the power to do so. Within the symbols of Rosslyn Chapel, you have a very similar looking symbol, which is also the heart, which is connected to a pyramid, which is Rosslyn's very pyramidic, and then it flows out. And that opens the third eye. So with only those two symbols, one, I agree, is a Reiki symbol, connected to the heart. The other one is a Rosslyn symbol, connected to the third eye. Each one opens a specific area. Now with the 96 symbols of Rosslyn Chapel, and yes, that includes the other 4 areas, Dunkeld, Melrose, Glasgow, Rosslyn, 96. Each one is a very powerful sequence of symbols which I attuned myself to. And as I attuned myself to those powerful symbols, I found and discovered each an area of power. And each symbol has its own format, its own power. Now, getting to the symbols that correlate on the physical body. And as they correlate on the physical body, just by placing your hands on those specific points, you can literally heal the whole physical body from the toes all the way up to the top of the head, to the arms, with each symbol therapy. Rosslyn, Dunkeld, Melrose, Glasgow. And each one is slightly different in its form, and each one is slightly different in its power. But each one has a very, very, very powerful result, healing result. Now, I have personally a lot of clients who have been everywhere for years and tried to get help for their specific pain or condition. And yes, certain therapies, and including mine, cannot fix everything. However, when people come to me and when they have experienced Rosslyn therapy, I normally get wow. I get wow because it is very powerful and effective. And when they leave, they feel totally light, totally different, and relatively pain-free. Now, as I say, some of my clients have been and tried for years and suffered pain, yet they've come to me and with one, possibly two therapies, experienced a life without pain. Now, it has taken me years, and I mean years, over 20 years, to perfect, and I mean perfect, these therapies. And if you are a therapist, or if you are in pain, experience the most powerful therapy, energetic therapy, that has been created by myself, but thanks to Rosalind Chapel and Rosalind Therapy, but most of all the Rosalind symbols, because it changed my life, and I change people's lives on a daily basis. This is Rosalind Therapy. I'm John Joseph Campbell. Thank you for listening to me.